So, engineer, you've actually shown us briefly outside here. You've actually shown us what's going on here. So, can you please just give us a breakdown of how much you are actually spending on this? Because compared to other projects I've seen, this is actually very, very small.
Yeah.
Right? It's very, very small. When I mean small, extremely small.
Extremely small.
So, what's going on here?
Yeah, the fact is that these projects are in sizes and in phases. And now it's small because it's actually occupying a very little portion of land. So we're also trying to let our viewers know that if you have this size of land, there's something for it.
Okay.
Yes, but though this is a plot of land, but now we intend to take this off for what we are doing, a lock-up stores and a mini flat upstairs. Okay. So the total budget for this is between 3.5 to 4 million naira.
Okay.
That is a budget for it. Okay, so that is what it is. So, but we are doing this to at least secure the land and then plan for the other one that will happen behind. Exactly. But it doesn't mean like there are some places that people buy a plot of land and they share it into 2, 3, 4 persons. So if you have your money, this can go. Okay. And then whatever it is, so is
what you're saying, that if you have up to 3 million or 4 million, you can actually
yes,
do something like this.
Exactly.
Because I see that you actually manage the space up there very well.
Yes,
because you are getting a self-contained out of this kind of very small piece of land.
Yeah, a mini flat.
A mini flat.
A mini flat.
I'm sorry.
A mini flat.
1-bedroom flat.
Yes, and also a 2 lock-up stores downstairs.
2 lock-up stores
and a lavatory.
Okay.
That's a toilet.
A toilet.
Yes.
It's all right. Now, tell us about the land here. Like, this is a very massive land. Even though I know I was asking you earlier on that this is a... how many plots is this? You say it's a 1 plot of land.
It's a 1 plot of land, yes.
So just tell us about the land. What kind of land is this?
Okay, fine. This land is not swampy. Like, we have 2 types of land. We have the swampy and we have the strong soil.
Yes.
That is swampy in the sense that the soil is porous, like those places, like some parts in Nigeria, the Bayelsa, some parts in Lekki, Lagos, in River State, and all that. But this land is a good land, as in the soil. So the cost of building here can never be as expensive or as costly as those in the swampy area.
Okay.
Yes, because what you do once you excavate the trench, you just put up your block and then you put up your block, start building. You don't need to do a raft.
Okay, no rafting in this.
No rafting on this kind of, yes, no rafting.
Okay.
So it's actually a good land. So basically the environment is for residential.
Okay, so residential.
Pure residential.
I see that there are very fine houses around here. I've actually looked around.
Yeah.
All the houses here they are new houses.
Yeah.
New.
It's a residential and it's an estate. It's an estate enclosed.
Okay.
It's an estate enclosed.
Okay, so in other words, if somebody wanted to buy a land, it would be advisable to buy a land that is not swampy, if you can. Because it's going to be cheaper.
First of all, I'll tell you for free. First of all, buying a land has to do with location.
Okay.
If you are a Bayelsa person, you're from a Bayelsa, you're a Bayesan, part in Rivers in Nigeria, and you want to build in your village, and your village is swampy.
That way you don't have a choice.
You don't have a choice. And then you want to build house in Lekki, and everybody know what Lekki entails. Lekki in Lagos is an exile. So buying land, first of all, comes to decisions and choice. Then when your choice play with you, and then you now take from there, it gives you what you want.
Okay.
Exactly.
But it still stands that if you can.
Yes, if you can, it's cheaper and more economical buying a land in the place that is not swampy. Because building in swampy area is a lot more expensive and costly than
building in this kind of kind of dry land.
Dry land.
Land that is not
dry land. That is the language. Dry land.
Okay. Now, my usual question is usually for this kind of project now you're doing here. What is taking the most part of the money?
What is taking the most part of the money is the decking, which is a rod that we've done.
Okay.
And then after now, the next thing will be the roofing. And that's depending on the choice of roofing.
Of material.
My choice of roofing, because if you can look around here, our neighborhood, look at the neighborhood, you have the aluminium roof, you also have the stone-coated kind of roof. So these and that are not the same
Not the
price.
same price.
So all that has to do with the choice. But when it comes to decking and the rod, there's no compromise. Yeah, it's always it's a set of standards. Because when you are doing a decking, it's either you 30 rod and it's 30 rod. So there's no compromise.
Okay, okay, go ahead.
So it therefore means for this kind of project, as at the stage we have done, is a decking. That is the most fundamental, the costly part of it. Then after that, it's going to be the roof. Then the roof will now be the choice who comes from the clients, the kind of the roofing sheet he wants to,
or
exactly the stone tiles.
Stone tiles.
Exactly, because their prices are not the same.
Not the same.
Exactly.
It's all right. So in other words, I'm actually seeing now that from other projects that we've looked at, it's like the decking is always the part that takes up most of the money.
Exactly. Depending on the span as well. Depending on the size. The size of it.
The size of it.
Exactly.
It's all right. Thank you for showing us around.
Thank you.
I think we will actually in subsequent videos
follow up the progress of the.
We'll follow the progress of this. We'll come back here to check this one, just like we're checking other projects. We'll come back here to check how far this has gone, if it has finished, and then what the final product actually looks like. Okay, so in other videos, in subsequent videos, I think what we're going to do is we need to start breaking down what materials are actually costing individually.
Yes.
Like differences between or the advantages of using a tiled roof versus aluminum. And probably the advantages of foreign tiles versus local tiles.
Exactly.
And the advantages of using an Iroko wood.
Kind of wood for roofing skeleton. And
against maybe a mahogany or that kind of thing.
Exactly.
All right. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. It's a pleasure. Thank you.
You're doing well.
Thank you.